Hello, my name is Bernardo. Welcome to your greatlifetv.com. Today's episode is how to communicate with difficult people. And you know what I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. You have someone in your life, most likely, who's like this. And sometimes it takes an email, sometimes it takes a few words, sometimes it takes a specific type of look. And with that simple look, you get to feel, or you allow yourself to feel a series of emotions, and then you unknowingly step off your path. And the path that I'm talking about is the path where you create the life that you want, and you live within a certain amount of peace and power and gratitude. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal when you realize that you're either about to veer off your path, or you already veered off and you're heading down a wall and you're about to crash in full force? How do you deal with that? First of all, there's no specific rule about this, but let me give you a few things that might help you out. Number one is realizing that that person that's apparently doing this to you is not doing shit. They are being who they are on their own path, and you, for some specific reason, have chosen to buy into whatever it is they're selling. In the world, in order to have an exchange of goods, if you're selling something and somebody buys it, then there's a transaction that takes place. But if that person sells something and you don't buy it, then there's no transaction. So first step is to acknowledge that you have part in that equation. And as long as you put yourself into the victim's shoes and you think that the other person is doing something to you, then you'll never be in your full power to make a change. Secondly, is to view the person in this that's making this apparently challenging situation for you in a different light. Perhaps it is difficult in the moment, but if you're able to pull it off, if you're able to see that person as a human being with needs that has not found a way to meet those needs at a high level and has to resort to some disgusting or very challenging or effed up way to deal with their own challenges, then you might be able to employ and use the force of compassion instead of using the force of judgment. And thirdly is to be grateful for this person in your life. And the reason why you need to be grateful for it is because if you're someone like me who sometimes veers off the path and goes into a runway that's not a nice place to be at, then that person's showing you that you have not mastered yourself. And like my mentor Wayne Dyer says, that we all oscillate between being an asshole and being a guru sometimes. So realize that dichotomy within you. Realize that you're both and the same, and that as much as you want to be an enlightened human being, you have flaws, and this person's showing you specifically some of your flaws are. So it's giving you, or she's giving you, an option and giving you a path to master yourself. So that's pretty much all that I have for you. I know that this sounds easier said than done, but I can guarantee you that in your week, in your month, as the holiday season comes with bells and whistles knocking at your door, you might feel this veering off the path more than once. So I challenge you to follow these 3 steps that I just outlined here. Number one, recognize that this person's not doing anything to you, you're doing it to yourself. Number two, that you can view this person with compassion instead of judgment. Number three, you can thank the person for showing you that you have not mastered yourself. And once that's all said and done, then there's a 4th step, which is remove yourself from the situation. If this is something that's happening to you all the time, then you find a way to find new friends, find a different job, find something that allows you to stay in a position of peace and of strength and of love, instead of having to challenge yourself every single day. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. I challenge you to live a full and conscious life. Specifically today, I challenge you to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and to take control of your own internal power, because you are much stronger than you realize. Thank you.